the fastest, most impactful monologue in America. And the theme this week, the cognitive collapse in a vacant White House. You know, this has been a week of international accomplishment for President Trump. Think about it. He shows America first is not America alone, reshaping our relationship with the Middle East in real time, with dynamic stops and trillion-dollar deals. First stop was Saudi Arabia, then to Qatar.
We're dealing with really good people that have been abandoned in a way by our country and by the United States, and we're not going to abandon it. We have very good friends in Saudi Arabia and in Qatar.
Yep, and the United Arab Emirates investing $1.4 trillion in the United States. It's going to help all of us, but not in oil, in the military and in AI.
We've been investing in the United States for decades, but now we're taking it one step further, not only in terms of size, but in terms of trust, and we're grateful for President Trump for that.
And they're grateful for the respect and the relationships, and I think it's going to pay off. You know, with strong job numbers that you're looking at, surprisingly high, surprised everybody, including the experts. Inflation in retreat, you see that. Production increasing. The economy is beginning to roll almost as strongly as President Trump's foreign policy, which makes me think, what's missing? Oh, yeah, the Democrats. How are they, dare I say, moving on or joining in with the Republican momentum? Put simply, they've been disheveled, disgruntled, and disgraceful. Yes, the party known for its discipline is cracking wide open in all directions before our very eyes. And although they'd love to blame President Trump, as usual, this time it won't fly. You can honestly say he wasn't even home during their collapse. Their plan of attack is just to attack, and it's nothing short of offensive.
So yes, you do support an exemption on tariffs for products that are essential for families for their babies.
Exemptions on E4 items.
I'm sorry, I have to reclaim my time. I'm reclaiming my time. Mr. Chair, I am reclaiming my time. Give me my time back.
You believe this? You have the Treasury Secretary there and you just yell at him. The question for Democrats is, what are you doing? You going after Kristi Noem for rounding up, locking up, and sending out criminal illegals?
What steps have you taken to return Mr. Abrego Garcia pursuant to this court order?
It's got to be extremely discouraging to be one of your constituents. To see you fight for a terrorist like this and not fight for them is extremely alarming to me.
The letters MS and the number 13 in Times Roman numeral font, that they are doctored on this photo, right?
Congressman Abrego Garcia.
No, I'm just asking about this photo. Madam Secretary, I have a 7-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 3-year-old. I have a bull detector. I'm just asking you, is this doctored or not doctored?
Yeah, it's funny. His BS detector, not good to find out what Fang Fang was really up to, right? Why are you talking to her like that? She is leading one of the most substantial illegal immigrant crackdowns ever that has produced a 97% reduction in border crossings. Of course, Tom Homan leading the way, and sent Border Patrol recruiting soaring. That's how you talk to her? Then these political geniuses decide to also, I have another focus. They say, why don't we just storm an ICE facility in Newark, New Jersey? Yeah, that was the mayor. Do you think the American people have trouble sleeping if murderers, rapists, and thieves here illegally are living in challenging conditions? And by the way, they are not. It's pristine. Front and center now, RFK Jr. and the MAHA movement this week, cracking down on processed food. That's what he's doing, calling out food giants face to face, focusing on chronic diseases, making it the #1 priority. So how do you treat him when he comes to Capitol Hill to testify? Watch.
The cuts are not true cuts. The cuts are eliminations of waste, abuse, and fraud. And I can go through. I can go through the people who will lose it. There are a million people. There are a million people. I really don't mean to be rude, but as you know, I have a very limited amount of time. You ask the question, I'm going to answer it. Congressman DeLauro, you say that you've worked for 20 years on getting food dye out. Give me credit. I got it out in 100 days. My time has expired.
Oh, well, then so has your legitimacy.
What a clown, right? RFK seems to be the new Elon Musk with Democrats. Someone told them, you just act angry and you'll win. And my question to you is, win what? They have to fundamentally figure out what they stand for and, what's even more important, what the country needs. Some are making a legitimate effort to figure it out.
Use the word equity, use equality to your little heart's desire. This is another really stupid word, oligarch. Who the knows what an oligarch is?
Exactly. That's the tour that's getting a lot of people, by the way, 2 socialists out there running about. The worst part of the week, the full unmasking of the biggest lie to date, Joe Biden, and the fact that they were telling us that he was running the country. We knew he wasn't. Now they know we know. They lied about Biden's cognitive decline. Now they're acting surprised, even though it's fully exposed now that Joe's been deposed.
We should just be honest as a party that we made a mistake. Yeah. We should have been stronger in calling for him to run.
I mean, there were a lot.
Are you kidding? Run! You should have pulled him out. He wasn't doing anything. This week we saw the release of a 3rd book by a left-wing author exposing the fact that Joe Biden was not running the country, wasn't capable of running a meeting, wasn't up to formulating or executing a policy.
There's actually an excerpt in the book where it says he forgot your name in December 2022. He called you Steve a couple of times. Did that happen?
I do not recall that ever happening, and I will tell you, Joe Biden knows my name.
Right. That's pretty good when your national security advisor defends you by saying he knows my name, Steve or Jake, whatever. We suffered, and now they'd like us not to forgive, but to buy their book. Please don't. There was a cognitive collapse. It was a vacant White House. We were all in jeopardy because of it. They locked out Biden's cabinet, and everyone but his family was not allowed near him. Here's a horrifying thought, and I think it's true. Jill and Hunter were actually running the country, and the results were nothing short of catastrophic. And now it's the blame game on steroids.
The leaders of the Democratic Party, the staff of the White House, and I have to say, I find everybody now talking to these authors, get out of here. Go home. You're part of the problem. Now you tell us?
The White House was lying, not only to the press, not only to the public, but they were lying to members of their own cabinet.
I didn't, I was busy working.
So you didn't see the signs of decline?
To that directly.
So you didn't see any?
I didn't see the president frequently.
Yeah, now no one ever saw the president, right? Now there are others who want to move on.
Would you want Biden to campaign for House Democrats?
We're not looking backward, we're looking forward.
We're just looking forward.
We're looking forward.
I'm interested in going forward.
I'm not. I am not moving on. More importantly, the American people are not moving on. They're not going to forget. They have yet to come clean in their 4-year debacle, and I'm fed up with it, and it angers me they're trying to make money off it.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.